I can't read your...
Start it.
Yeah, I think this is just gonna happen. Alrighty, let's get this going. Oh! NCIS episode 14 is out. That's awesome.
I like cupcakes and cupcake accessories.
Who doesn't like cupcakes?
The best cupcake...
No, I don't think you understand.
Have you seen the cupcake push pop yet, though?
I have.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's just impressive.
I don't know what to say anymore. That's just beyond any expectation that I have of anyone.
I've had cupcake-flavored ice cream.
That is entirely appropriate and much more normal than you would think. Well, I would imagine cupcake-flavored ice cream tastes the same as cake-flavored ice cream, but that has absolutely nothing to do with the match that is in front of us right now, so let's go forward and enjoy the experience. Alright, there are corners, there are green colors in the green trunks you can see here. That looks a lot like me, but that is in fact Grethade. Over here, taking advantage of the red. Oh, look at that GLHF. That was very friendly of you. Thank you for representing me well. In the red trunks, we can see, indeed, Starcraft.
Oh, this is
Checking things out at the purple. This is an entire Terran party here, because that's what we're doing. We're tearing it up tonight. It's Starkey! And in the light blue, thinking that he cannot win, but in fact is probably in the best position to do so because he is so awesome, it's Kyle. Alright. As to be expected, things are looking practically identical between everyone. What always happens in a Terran versus Terran fight is you start seeing the differences and hope that those differences mean something important. That will probably happen at this point, as I am starting to already see some big differences.
Neurotic with the mouse settings. This is not my mouse setting.
My apologies. Actually, I'm gonna stick to that. I think that makes sense. My apologize. Alright. Unsurprisingly, part of the Terran strategy remains putting out supply depots before you build your barracks. That's working out very well for all four of our opponents today. Yeah, I've got to say I'm very, very impressed. We're starting to see some key changes coming in here, though. It'll be interesting how people take advantage of it. I'm seeing, you know, naturally, a little bit of economic benefit. Getting ahead on the SCVs over here. And an opportunity for an early push by this person right here, who will not be named. This will be especially interesting here. I think we're going to see maybe a timing push. That'd make a lot of sense given what's going on. The other part that I am interested in is taking a look at these different wall-offs and how they set up on this map. And maybe it's just a matter of selecting the map that I did, but I didn't realize how many different wall-off opportunities there really were. And this is, all in all, a very open map. It gives you a lot of opportunity to come in on different angles. And it'll be interesting to see how everyone takes advantage of that, especially given how much ground there is on the map. Let's see here. Before things get too wild, any thoughts? Anything that anyone wants to say to anyone else before this starts getting uncomfortable? Last wishes? Well wishes?
You just wait and see, sir. You just wait and see.
Oh, that was dumb of me.
Oh, those are famous last words.
They are indeed. I take advantage of those. Although I find that the mineral fields in this particular map are very interesting. Very interesting. Maybe that's the word. I'm not entirely sure that's the right word. We'll go with the right word.
Well, the positioning is really interesting on these. It's not often that you have your two Vespene sit where one is on kind of the middle of the mineral patches and another one's on the side. It's either both in the middle, both on the side, maybe one on each side. The other part that's really interesting is taking a look at all of these secondary locations where you can build that base. None of them are particularly convenient, but they can be decently secured. I worry especially for these gold patches here in the center, because it is a 3v3 map. It's designed kind of awkwardly in that some people will have easier access to those gold mineral patches than others. We'll see how that turns out over the course of the match. It's probably unfair, but you know what? That's how we do things.
Oh, shit.
Already we're starting to see some action here. Oh, taking advantage of those Reapers. Let's see how much damage actually gets done here. Ah, pretty well chased off. Definitely going to want to follow that later, but that was a very effective rush, I've got to say it. And early Reapers on this map definitely make a lot of sense given how much space you can jump across. You can practically move yourself around anywhere on the map safely using those Reapers, so now it's a matter of simply recovering from that. I think that there are a few ways to take care of that here, so the real question will be how much additional combat takes place.
Well, we know where he's at now.
And now I'm starting to realize what Grethade was saying and how difficult it is to announce these things while everyone can hear you. And I know, I was in the booth. The booth that was made out of air.
What booth? You could hear everything.
Is this what it was like back in the League of Legends Season 2 finals, where everyone could just take a look and they could see the mini-map? I've got to wonder how much torture that must have been for anyone who was playing. They did actually fine a couple of people for that. It was some $50,000, I think, in fines for taking a look at a map. As far as I'm concerned, that's not... That wouldn't be acceptable in my everyday life. I use maps way too often. Like, if you banned me from using my GPS and fined me for it, I'd be ruined. But apparently that was worth the money for him. And the fact is, the team that was most... perpetrating of that, Azubu Frost, they paid quite a bit. Unfortunately, that has absolutely nothing to do with Starcraft, but we can pretend. It looks like, by and large, everyone's playing a fairly passive game here. We had a little bit of early action, certainly, but everyone's just sort of building up and deciding what their mid-game to late-game strategy is going to be. It'll be really interesting to see. Oh, no, wait, just kidding over here. Looks like Kyle is going in for a decent fight over here. Of course, we've got Starkey here bunkered down, but one of the bunkers already goes down. I'm not sure if he can get enough defense in before that second one will go down, and I don't know if he can recover from this. We'll see how things go here in a couple of moments, but in the meantime, I saw a little bit of action running around here as well. Maybe, no. Oh, and he's already calling out the good game.
Wow.
I don't blame him at all. Had an early short hit with that Reaper rush and decided to go the economic route, try to get ahead, and it just, the luck was not with him. And float towards Mars. I don't know how far you can go from the moon to Mars. I think you'd still get caught in Earth's gravitational pull first. Or run out of oxygen. But as a cyborg, you may be able to get away with it. And of course, as soon as I say that there hasn't been enough action on the board, everyone suddenly goes, ah, now is the time for action. And indeed, we are seeing a little bit more come up here. Now this will be absolutely fascinating how this plays out. Just the right turn at the right time will completely change the matter of this combat. And it looks like Grethade is going forward, trying to do some damage over to Kyle here. And Kyle's units come in just in time, pick off a couple of units, and they decide that they're pretty much set on that. Oh wait! Here we go for a second shot at it, and oh, that was definitely not in Grethade's favor. Can he still save his tank? No, that tank is gone. And that was some risky business. It looks like right now, I mean, Kyle's not only taken out one opponent, but has seriously crippled that assault and saved himself. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to take some time here to just relax, kick back.
This isn't smooth jazz, sir.
Oh, why does it have to be... It doesn't have to be smooth jazz. It's not about being smooth. It's just there isn't a lot of action happening right now. And I'm not trolling whatsoever. And there's Starcraft with the 15-minute Reaper rush that no one would possibly expect. A lot of SCVs were taken down during that, but it was stymied pretty well. All it takes is a couple of units sitting out there in the back being prepared for it, and you can minimize costs, and that was decently well handled. Of course, we're getting more SCVs to swap back and make sure that that we are still getting decent use out of that. Oh, wait a second here. Are things continuing? Wow. Okay, I thought it was a GG, but as it turns out, Starkey has decided to planetary defense. Oh my goodness. And Grethade has officially listed as out. Does this mean that you will be able to dual commentate with him? Yes! I have just been dying for this. So we know confidently that Grethade is out of this, and we know who is now in this.
I must say that was actually pretty brutal, but we'll go ahead and watch this.
Now here's the real question. We've got a planetary defense against a whole bunch of Marines. I do not know legitimately who is going to win this fight.
Well, let's be honest here. The splash damage that you're going to get from the planetary fortress is going to result in a lot of lost Marines here. And yeah, Kyle was just not able to do enough damage there to really make it worthwhile.
And of course, Starkey adding in those SCVs to repair just in case anything did happen. He's not in a good position right now, but he can defend himself, and that's a good place to start.
Well, that's just it. Like, if you're going to go in and go after that planetary defense system, you're going to have something more than just Marines to do it. You're going to have some heavy artillery, or at least something that's teched up. Yeah. And that was not there.
I feel like the action in this game has been so much faster than it was in the last round. I don't know, after playing a game of an hour long, I can definitely understand the feeling there.
You're going to have a slightly tainted view because you did play an hour-long game, whereas these guys are going right back at it, and it's going to seem fresh. They want to keep things going, and they don't want it stale like they did in the previous games.
Well, it wasn't that I wanted it stale. I mean, I just wanted to win.
I heard you liked it stale, though.
What?
That's what I heard.
What?
That's what I heard.
Pay no attention.
Is that not true? That's what I heard.
I like toast. Toast isn't stale bread, though. It's cooked bread. It's totally different. Alright, let's take a look, see what's going on here. Does look like we are taking some time to macro up over the field. So let's take a quick look, see how many units we actually have out there for all of the players.
She's really going to have an impact with that. That is a lot of Marine units to do a lot of work with. And what are they sitting at? Let's just view this quick, shall we? we view into them, they are. The thing is they're still 1/1 units, so that could really make a difference into some of the later games, especially if Starkey or Kyle decide to tech up the units.
Indeed. If we take a look at the spending counts right now, we can certainly. I think that really tells a story right there.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, this is a really tight race and all that. Look at the numbers. Three of the individuals. The only person who didn't spend as much as me. Those three are right there neck and neck.
Yeah.
With a 200 mineral difference between the highest and the lowest, and then our middle spender is literally right in the middle. It's a good median.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, just taking care of some stuff on the side.
He's going after my base. What the hell? God damn it! All right.
I have a strange suspicion something exciting is about to happen in just a moment. So let's
I
get prepared
have
for
that
this.
hunch as well.
It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that we just saw a unit get completely decimated.
Ooh, and she's not going that direction. I'm very surprised.
Oh
by this
wait! How is this going to work? This is a very interesting position here.
Could you switch to her camera view? I want to see what she's actually seeing there.
Add-on. Base. Research complete.
Taking a look at this. Oh.
See, if you look, she could barely see that. She doesn't realize I was right there.
Yep, slowly coming in to Starkey's base.
Yep.
Let's see how this defense handles this time.
Now, okay,
Oh,
the difference
and
here
we
is
get the
I see
repair.
a stim pack and a lot more Marines and Marauders in there.
There was still a
goes the
decent
base.
amount of damage there, though. I mean, that definitely took out about half the army was sitting there.
Shit!
And we get the pivotal oh shit.
We're still in Starkey's view here, so let's switch out of that and see what... All he's doing right now is cleaning up my empty base, which really doesn't do a whole lot for me. And he is...
Oh, wait. Is this fight actually happening? Right in the middle of Starkey's base. There goes Kyle
just made that happen.
and Theora. And it looks like Kyle just dominated that. That timing was absolutely beautiful. Oh, that is a terrible situation to be in. When you can't get your base and you just...
I don't know how I got like 200 resources.
It beats me.
I got 615 and I was about to start building my base again.
Now the real question, looking at everyone here.
Now it comes down to Theora Craft and Kyle.
God. This is definitely going to be fun to watch.
Indeed.
So we had that earlier fight right in the middle.
The part I don't understand still is the fact that Theora Craft missed Kyle's base. Just missed it.
Oh no! Got some view of it. I mean, there's no doubt it's showing on the map. It's a matter of what decision was made at that point.
Right. Well, clearly with the fact that Stark is out of the game, the right decision was made.
Oh shit.
Ready for dust off.
Yeah.
And we got Starkey here joining us now as well, watching the game and kind of see what happened during this last game.
I got messed over. But
That's the kind of way to put it.
Yeah. I mean, I got fucked. Anally reamed, annihilated, destroyed, disemboweled.
I'll remember if I ever need a syllabus to give you a call.
Whoa,
and
wow.
okay, here we go. We got something engaged right now.
Wow, that was
And Kyle's got the upper hand. He's got a lot more units going on here.
Oh,
And
this is looking really good for Kyle right now. He did lose his base, but I feel like he earned enough resources lost off of those units that he killed to more than make up for it. Let's see what
that was worth
happens
the loss,
here now.
I think, for him.
Oh, this is definitely going to be... Oh,
Oh,
wait a
here we go.
second. Whoa.
I'm familiar
Okay,
with
we've
the
got one
siege
siege
tank
takedown.
line. This will do a lot of damage.
Oh, this is looking really difficult. Can he push through it?
Look at that.
Oh, no.
And damage is done. Kyle's units are decimated.
And you know, right now,
But
taking a look at what we've got going on, I mean, it's...
I still have 2 siege tanks.
Apparently I still have an SCV as well.
Fact.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No,
two
those
SCVs. Two SCVs. Sorry,
those
sorry.
are SCVs.
Yeah, sorry. I fucked up.
Can you sell your Marines for enough minerals to make your base?
I don't know, but I hit 615 at the last second. I mean, maybe I had some stuff under construction which I probably should have canceled, and then when that building was destroyed, I got the minerals. But I was gonna hide in the remnants of your base actually, and
I saw that.
and hope that I wasn't noticed.
I saw that. That was an interesting tactic. Because why would you look into Ghost Town?
It would have been a grand strategy. From the ashes.
Back in the day, back in the StarCraft 1 days, I was actually pretty good at just hiding around the map and then coming back with way more things than they expected and making pretty decent comebacks from it. But,
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, in the original StarCraft, you had so many maps with so many spaces on it. Like,
yeah.
There was always the island map. Oh, what was the name of it? Oh,
I can't remember.
There was this one island map that was on practically all of the StarCraft tournaments out there during the time for like the first 3 years of the game.
Now, I would have to say that this is pretty counterproductive at the moment.
Ooh, yeah. We'll see what happens.
It has to work.
Really, the longer that we go without a combat here, the more this becomes a matter of a resource war.
Right.
And try to effectively manage everything that's out there. And the fact is, this is a lot for a couple of newer players to the game.
Right.
You take a look at pro players, and they can barely handle 5 bases all at once. Oh, no. They can manage them all. They handle them pretty well. It's just hard to take care of anything that large. They do it extremely well.
Right.
But with the amount of bases that we have here, I mean, it's really going to be a matter of knowing how to use the macro.
Well, we'd have to agree to some degree here. Kyle's actually managed to build this back up. He's taking advantage of the fact that he's got a base there again. Of course, if we look at this... Wow. Wow. Look at what we got going on here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the... And that's all of what she controls right now on that. I feel as though that it's going to be pretty well protected. I'm going on a hunch here. I'm going to call it a hunch, indeed. But I'm going to say a hunch that's going to... Alright, what's going on down here? I'm trying to figure out where she's going. Do you have any idea, Dizzy, what she's trying to do here?
Going on an adventure, of course.
Yes.
Look at this expedition. They are ready to go.
Could you imagine if someone... Okay, now that she sees that there is actually no one down here, could you imagine if someone was down here, though? That would be a good hideaway spot.
So she's definitely trying to clear some space.
Right.
Make sure we know exactly where the opponent is, where she's safe, where she's not.
Right. And I feel as though she's about to make her impact here. Maybe. Well, wait, hold on.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
It's hard to say right now. Yeah. Without revealing too much to the players in the room, there is a... Oh, I find that very interesting.
And surprise, it was nothing at all.
We're going to go to Kyle's view here quick and see what he's got going on. Look at that. That's very interesting. Whoa!
Oh my
Whoa!
God. Oh, is this happening?
This is happening right now.
Right now. Oh,
that was almost a very good flank by Kyle without even realizing that he walked into a flank. Yeah, and that was...
Yeah. Kyle just caught her at a perfect moment while the units were moving around, weren't set up to auto-attack on opponents, and just took that extra couple of moments to make it happen. Really, if it weren't for that single slip, I honestly don't think it would have worked out in Kyle's favor, but it did.
Right. So we're going to go back and watch Theocraft's view here. And I have to give it up to her for this. This is actually a tactic that I've talked about on my old streams.
Oh.
This particular one, this is one that I've talked about, and has actually caused having units in spots where people did not predict them. I liked it. I'm quite a fan of that. Although the part that I'm again, this is the only thing that's really killing is this.
Oh.
They could be utilized somewhere, anywhere, and it would help her quite a bit.
Okay. The interesting part here is just taking a look at the way that these fights have been going. So,
I find
pretty much everything has been Marines versus Marines Marauders, and then we had the one surge with the siege tanks.
So, can I just point out that on this particular spot, there actually is 3 different color of SCVs here. We got a green one here, a red one there, and a purple one there.
Yep. That's...
Part of me is entertained by this.
I am glad that they are all getting along so well. You think that they would get angry at each other, make judgment
Clearly
calls.
they are not racist.
Well, they're all Terran, I guess, when it all comes down to it.
Where's the token black SUV? Feed the minority.
Armed and ready.
You know, now I am curious about all of the different animations for the Terran units.
What about them?
Complete.
I've never actually considered what sort of race
Mineral
they had.
field depleted.
I don't think they had one. Like, I feel like it's like you don't see these...
And we just... I
need to
can't
discover
believe I just bear with... That's just...
Whoa.
Whoa! Oh!
Just a second here.
Oh, here we go.
And going in.
Of course, being on her view, we can't actually see what's going on here. Kyle cancels that building.
But the fact is, that base
Is decimated.
smashed.
Yeah. Damage is done by Theocraft there.
Oh,
Oh, and a flank!
that's the way
Look
to
at
do it.
that.
Take the base, think that you've got everything, and those Marines definitely cleaned up. Kyle's done a very good job with those. Oh, what are the upgrades on these units right now?
He's sitting on 3-3 Marines. And
What's with Theora?
Theora, if we can find one of them.
Oh yeah.
Right
over
there.
here.
She's sitting on
That
a 1-2.
That would explain it.
That can make a difference there.
Especially when you start looking at these larger numbers. I mean, you feel the difference of those upgrades so much more.
Absolutely. No, I find this interesting though. Why does it say this? So it says that she's... It says that these are 1-2s, but her engineering bay actually shows that this should be 2 1s.
That doesn't sound about right.
Yeah, that's a little backwards. Oh wait, no,
Oh,
we're just reading it
them
wrong.
wrong. We're reading them wrong.
Because that makes sense. We put... But, okay.
Yeah.
We're about to see this go down. Apparently, no one at Blizzard plays Magic the Gathering knows that attack goes on the left and defense goes on the right.
Yeah, it's a slight oversight. I am sure curious to see how this ends, though, because it keeps on evening out, and we end up having just a few extra units lost, and then everyone rebuilds, and we get into the same spot again.
So what we got going on? Oh, we got some more SCVs going down here. We're gonna start utilizing this area, which is really good to see from her. Over on Kyle's side, that's a lot of units.
Those are many things. I count a large number of things.
That is a lot. And I have a name for this particular amount.
A lot.
I'm thinking more of a Brenna.
When in doubt, macro out.
Yes, that's certainly one. Look at the number of these right now.
This is absolutely crazy. This is going to be
Ooh.
a real fight coming up here soon.
I feel as though this is just a bunch of fucking rabbits that are about to go have their way with Theora. Lots and lots of rabbits. And here we go. Mix-ups going on. Splash damage from the siege tanks could make a huge difference in this battle. And by that I mean her units.
Definitely got rid of a lot of units there, and just not willing to try to fight those siege tanks. To be honest with you, I don't really blame him. The real question is how with an all-marine army can you really get across those siege tanks when they are in siege mode?
It's really difficult. What you essentially have to do is take your units that you have there, and you really just have to focus fire. You're going to lose some. You're going to take a lot of splash damage, but you're going to have to focus fire and make the damage count.
Mm-hmm.
can you make it worth it, and can you get ahead in that spot? And the fact is that the costs definitely become more expensive. I mean, whenever you have a siege unit out, if you're going to get hit by that siege tank, you are going to really not get a good ratio out of your units in comparison to what you're knocking out.
Right, well, it's comparing the idea of smashing your face into a brick wall. That brick wall will eventually give, but you're going to do a lot of damage to yourself in the process.
Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness.
So we got rebuilding going on here. Of course, Kyle's a good spot, yeah.
At the 41-minute mark, just to put things into perspective here.
Indeed.
This will turn out very interestingly.
Now, if he plays his cards right, he can actually use these to his advantage on that line that's been such a bothersome bit for him.
We'll see what happens. You have to be really, really careful. And the part that we know right now is that Theora has been sieged pretty much this entire time. And it's hard to go in on a siege line even with your own siege tanks. But can we do it? Can we take advantage of this? We've got so many.
There's a flank, and of course the difference was
just sitting there beating up on each other, and this is making it
very, very quickly. If Theora takes advantage of these newly spawned units, she can actually put a nail into the coffin here, which she does.
Wow.
Aha! This might have been a helper here. This might have made a huge difference in that battle. Even though it doesn't do a whole lot and only targets so many units at a time, the medevac does prevail in this encounter, and it helps her stay in the game as long as she does. But now she's got major rebuilding to do.
Yeah. It's hard to tell what will happen here. If we take a look at the units tab, I think have evened out really well. And now the question is going to be,
who can capitalize?
Yeah.
That's,
realistically,
yes.
I mean, Theora doesn't have the siege tank sitting there defending herself. So she's vulnerable right now, but can Kyle really come in time to take advantage of that? Or do we see the tides turn around the other way and have Theora come in and attack as quickly as possible?
That's tough to say.
I don't know, but
we're about to find out.
Minutes of time, 44 minutes.
Oh,
wow, that was a full medevac, and that was a brilliant strategy foiled because it went straight through the middle. Those Marauders will definitely be a help against those Marines, but Marines still are
Marines survived it.
Going forward, let's see what happens.
Planetary defense system makes a huge save there. One siege tank gone, but the aircraft still has another siege.
And
raised damage. Now here's the interesting thing here. Even though she doesn't have much, she has more than him right now. And Kyle needs to capitalize. And I think I know what's going on here. I think we're starting to see what we would expect from her. And then over on Kyle's side, that's tough. Let's look at that income there. And it shows that Theora Craft is also spending a lot more right now. That makes a huge difference. And oh yes, how many? I want to double check something here. We're gonna look at her production here, and this can make a huge difference. Now, this could make a break on that as well. It's hard to say. Of course, we're looking at that 24. What? See, right now things are still pretty even. In fact, I would still say that Theora is ahead on this overall.
I can't say anything anymore. It's too close. It's too close to the end.
It's just too close in general. You really can't say anything at this point. We got to see for someone. We have to wait for someone to make a move. Right. And we still see the back build here. Of course, sitting neck and neck. Right now, this can make a difference. And you can't see this. You can't see what I'm actually highlighting here, so I gotta do this. Oh no, I'm looking at my delay. Never mind. That's me being rather newish. It would seem rather appropriate for this broadcast. We are part of the Newbcast gaming team after all.
But it's true.
I find this interesting. I wonder what she's doing here. What is she doing?
I'm fixing my Blizzard stuff, and
Aha, I see what she's up to. Well, things are about to get very interesting here. Let's see if he can figure out why exactly that's going to be. Dump. Of course, Theora needs to hurry up and get the rest of those units out, and there we go. And now, thing is Kyle's got nothing near here to make a difference on this. It would really appear that this could make a little bit of a dent in his income. Going on a hunt here. Yeah, there he goes, those SCVs. And Theora takes the base back. And is she? Yep, I think I know what she's up to next. I do like the way she's going about doing it.
Oh, wow.
Swings right around the back.
Just take out those spare bases, get rid of all of the resources.
Exactly. Nothing like making a poor man suffocate.
Wow, that's harsh. That's harsh.
Well, you know, if you're gonna cut off a windpipe, you gotta do it right. And there goes another command center. SCVs are retreating back to the main base, where that's a lot of green bars. Of course, I think I know what we're about to witness here. And the lone SCV right here. I'm kind of entertained by him. The lone gunman of sorts.
He may be very useful here in a couple of moments.
He could be. Of course, I see this mess, which if that was done properly, that could actually work out really well for Starcraft.
Oh, that's a lot of units coming in to clean things up.
Exactly. The thing I want to point out is when you have units coming in that way, where they're coming spilled in single file, it's really, if you've ever seen the 300 or are you familiar with this very well-known Spartan battle with the Persian army?
Oh, of course.
Strategy right there.
Yeah. Get everyone in line.
Hell's Gate, everyone.
Straight down.
Right. So we are. There's a lot of green bars over here too, Dizza. This might be interesting.
Are we seeing green bars versus green bars?
Right now, but I have a feeling some of these may turn yellow and red in the very near future.
Oh gosh.
Yes. Court. Yep. Well, I'm familiar with this tactic.
Well, something's going to have to happen here soon, because as things are going, the economy is definitely pulling in the favor of Theora.
Absolutely. If we look at resources here, yeah, look at that. Kyle's sitting on not very many resources at all, whereas Theora is sitting on quite a bit of money. Her impact in this game could be very, very
phenomenal, huge.
You know, I can't even find the right word for it, because if I'm just watching the number count here versus the number count here, her numbers are just jumping all over the place. Kyle's is staying very, very close.
This is looking pretty difficult. There's
Wow, and she let. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Okay.
Hey, look, there's a Starkey
It looks like she's
SCP.
going straight in for it at this point.
Oh no, she's going for that planetary
Taking
command
out
center,
planetary.
and there goes that.
And is going to continue to fight this through.
I've gotta give it up to her. The one thing I'm kind of noticing that
Oh, wow. But at the same time, all of those units just got taken down. Is this the window of opportunity? Is this the only way that we can make this happen?
it could be, could very well be. However,
Oh, but the siege tanks.
they make a difference.
That's not the right way to do it. That direction will not work.
There's do you sense a strategy here? Yup, I know what's going on right about now.
I will not say anything.
Really cannot. That's my barrack, you son of a bitch!
That's just insult to injury right there.
Pretty much. It's like, why don't you just go play hide and go fuck yourself right now?
Oh.
See, now... I don't agree with that tactic.
Confident that there's a reason.
I wouldn't have agreed with that move because of
Oh,
this.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
here we go.
that was a...
Oh, come in from that way.
Well, right, but this siege tank still has a space for it. Then the planetary defense...
Oh, no. Those Marines are
they're
just
gone.
melting.
They're melting, they're melting. What a world. And Starcraft has a huge advantage right now. Huge. In fact, Kyle doesn't have a whole lot to work with right now, period. This is looking to be very much Starcraft's game. Of course, I may have spoken too soon. It all depends on what she decides to do with these units and where. Look at this. Look at this, Dizza.
Oh.
And no time.
I have to admit, Theora has played a fairly passive game through this entire match as we are looking close to the 1 hour point.
Right.
But it looks like she is ready to go forward again. We will just see what happens.
Now, here's an interesting thing. This doesn't do anything. This is just the back wind, just like what Kyle did a little bit ago on Theora. Of course, you could just say fuck you to the rocks and take care of them all. That's always a possibility.
And it's been back and forth the entire time. We've had the siege tanks kind of sitting around taking all of that excess food, and so it's been really a lot of trade-offs between the Marines and Marauders.
Right. Uh-huh. There we go. Don't...
And of course, Kyle now sees what's going on.
Yes, he does.
This positioning is going to work out favorably for Kyle, I think. Oh,
it's
no,
hard to...
out, but it did.
Oh, no. Because I do believe I just saw a Stimpack being used there, which can make a huge difference in Theocrat's favor.
And
it is showing.
Yeah.
Yup. There they go. Kyle's units are decimated, and Theocrat makes her way into his base. Attacking the racks. I don't think he can... I don't think there's a way he can recover from this. He's going to make a valiant attempt here with the remaining units he's got, which is, GG. There we go. Theocrat did win this one.
Oh, that was a long...
That was intense.